As BTC consolidates at $23,800, here's where BTC is heading for the future now. The price of Bitcoin has been consolidated at about $23,800, leaving traders and investors unsure of its future course. Analysts and industry professionals are speculating on the price of Bitcoin in the future as the market remains stable. In this post, we will examine the market more closely and investigate a number of variables that may have an effect on how much Bitcoin will cost in the upcoming days and weeks. IMF directors speak up about crypto hazards. The use of crypto assets is viewed as a danger to the world monetary system by the executive board of the IMF. They foresaw possible repercussions for fiscal worries, capital flow control strategies, and monetary policy. The IMF suggests that member nations implement the necessary measures to combat the rising acceptance of cryptocurrencies. The board opposes governments using digital currencies as legal cash, as evidenced by recent adoptions of Bitcoin by El Salvador and the Central African Republic. The fund will continue to provide guidance in these areas as the need of sound macroeconomic policies, reliable institutions, and monetary policy frameworks become more apparent. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has expressed worry that the growing usage of cryptocurrencies threatens the stability of the world's monetary system by having the potential to subvert monetary policy, circumvent capital flow regulation, and cause fiscal problems. Despite certain nations, including El Salvador and the Central African Republic, adopting Bitcoin as an official currency, the IMF discourages governments from designating cryptocurrencies as legal money. The cautious approach taken by the IMF towards cryptocurrencies may result in more inspection and regulation, which might have an effect on the uptake and price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin declines as expectations of an interest rate increase are raised by US PCE inflation data. On Friday, just after the release of the Personal Consumption Expenditure (PCE) price index indicating a 5.4% YoY and 0.6% MOM increase in January, Bitcoin, BTC, fell back to $23,000. Because the number was greater than anticipated, the Federal Reserve's fight against increasing inflation is likely to go on. When the January PCE statistic was released at around 13:30 USD on Friday, BTC was trading at around $23,800 and stayed above that price. After the release, the value fell precipitously, reaching a low of $23,000 in less than 30 minutes. It is currently valued $23,217. With the decline in Bitcoin, Ethereum, ETH, fell by 3.3%, Cardano, ADA, fell by 4.6%, and Polkadot fell by 7.1%. The Nasdaq and S&P 500 are both declining, by 1.81% and 1.25% respectively. Data from CoinGlass shows that the decline in the cryptocurrency market has led to more than $110 million in liquidations in the previous 4 hours alone, including $44 million in Bitcoin and $22 million in ETH. The XBT-USD deal on BitMEX that liquidated for $7.52 million was the greatest single transaction. The PCE is the Fed's favored inflation indicator over the Consumer Price Index, CPI. The central bank views the former as the strongest indicator of where inflation is headed in the future because it stands out by monitoring how customers' purchasing behaviors change over time. Bitcoin cost. Currently, the live price of one Bitcoin is $24,050, with a 24-hour trading volume of $31 billion. With a current market valuation of $464 billion, it is the most valuable coin according to CoinMarketCap. Bitcoin's price is currently $23,873 and its 24-hour trading volume is $28.6 billion. Throughout the same period, the cost of Bitcoin has dropped by almost 2%. Technically, the $23,600 level is where Bitcoin is expected to find immediate support. If this level is broken, the price of BTC may then move down to the $23,375 level. On the positive front, Bitcoin may hit the $24,500 or $25,200 level if it successfully breaks out over the $24,100 level. Keep a tight check on the $23,600 to $23,350 level, meanwhile, as the RSI and MACD indicators are still in the selling range. There may be potential purchasing opportunities if the price closes above this range. Bitcoin's price is currently $23,873 and its 24-hour trading volume is $28.6 billion. In the last 24 hours, it has decreased by about 2%. Technically speaking, Bitcoin is anticipated to find immediate support near the $23,600 mark. The BTC price might be exposed to the $23,375 level if it drops below this level. TradingView is the source of the Bitcoin price graph.